What's up, you guys? Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night to talk to you about physical media, about Blu-rays, 4Ks, and the way we like to buy and own our movies and documentaries and TV shows and whatnot. I'm going to try and keep the intro short today. If you like what you see here, please give me a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let's keep the conversation about physical media going. Yeah, dragging along, as usual, crazy today because I'm excited. I got a bunch of stuff to share with you guys. Let me get this microphone out of the way. Yeah, I got some packages here. Let me see if I can pick it up. Take a look at this. Yeah, got a pile of stuff today. Steelbooks, 4Ks, imports, everything. So let's get into some unboxing, shall we? This one is not... First one's not in a box because I just had it picked up. My girlfriend picked this up and brought it home to me. She thought I'd like it. I have mixed feelings. Let's talk about it. And that is the Saw 4K Steelbook. I swear, you guys, I have said this before. I'm not a Steelbook collector. But as I've said before, if the price is right, and the artwork is cool, and I'm going to buy it anyway, then yeah, sure, I'll pick up the Steelbook. So the Saw franchise ranges from okay to guilty pleasure. I didn't actually see Jigsaw because everything I heard was just so bad. I saw Spiral in the theater, and it was awful. Spiral is awful. Spoiler alert. It's one of the few in the last handful of years 0 out of 10 ratings that I've given. The first Saw film was unique at the time it came out. It has Danny Glover, who I really like, and I actually like him in this movie. I don't like the Rob Zombie music video color palette and some things like that, but this first Saw movie is a fun time. So I'm happy to have it. And they are continuing here with the, what I call Mondo style slipcase for these Steelbooks. I like it. It protects the Steelbook and it adds some art to it. So if you take a look at how this works here, see, we get with the slipcover off, it just looks like a TV, which is pretty cool. And then there we have this creepy image there on the inside. There is the back. Very cool. Nothing to show you on the spine. Just plain spine on the inside. Let's see what we have. Oh, let me get that digital code out of there. Then we have the 4K and the Blu-ray. And I think we have a little bit of artwork behind. Not much, I don't think, but let's take a look. Yeah, just a tiny little bit of something there. Nothing much. So yeah, I'll be happy to take a look at this and see how Saw looks in 4K. If you've picked it up, let me know in the comments how it looks. And we have a little bit of bonus features here. Hopefully they're pretty good, because, you know, we do love the bonus features. There you go. Saw in 4K. Now, these, I mostly kind of remember these packages. Some of them have been sitting for a while because I was waiting for this one to get here. This package actually comes to us from the UK. Okay? Don't want to be flashing my address there any more than I need to. I've been waiting for this for a while. And it actually does have two... It has two copies of one particular movie because I ordered for me and my friend Zach, who you will eventually see on here. He's actually DP for my film projects, co-producer. He buys the movies too. Not as much as me, but he does. Especially when it's something special. Yep, there they are. And the one that I got for me and one for him is this guy right here. One Cut of the Dead. This movie is literally... I'll put his aside here for him to unbox, and I'll open this one for you. It's hard to talk about One Cut of the Dead if you haven't seen it. It's the most irritating thing when someone says, I can't tell you anything about it, you just got to watch it. But it's literally all I can say about One Cut of the Dead if you haven't seen it. I advise even against watching the trailers, to be honest with you. What I will say is if you were a fan of horror movies, or if you're a fan of... I don't want to say that. If you're a hardcore movie fan in general, outside of just horror movies, you should see this movie. You will appreciate it. I don't know anyone who has watched this movie open to close that doesn't love it. I mean, it's virtually a 10 out of 10. Just see it. We did domestically in the United States. We did have One Cut of the Dead in Steelbook, and I bought that one. It was available at Walmart, actually. Crazy enough. But we got this because, one, it's from Arrow Video, so we're expecting good quality. But also, there is I think it's about 45 minutes, a sequel that they made. That's an international version of One Cut of the Dead. But it's not a remake; it's a sequel. So, and it's, to my knowledge, getting this was the only way to see that sequel. This is the slip. I'm sorry, this is actually not Arrow Films. I think we ordered. Dying here. I think we ordered from Arrow, but I think this is a third-party partner. It's a Third Window Films release. You can see it there. Anyway, again, the back. Yeah, but I mean, that's why I took a pause for a second, because this is not Arrow video quality slipcover. And on the inside, we do get a little bit of disc art. Pretty much that disc art right there is the same as what we got before. So there's that. And then we have this reversible art on the inside. Very cool. And what we're going to do... so there's a lot of artwork options here. So we have this one. We have this one on the slip. And then we have this modified one on the inside there. I don't know which one we're going to use. I got to think about it. I wish this had been in a clear case, by the way. But again, we're not actually dealing with an Arrow Films release. So, but again, see this movie. Yeah, so I just grabbed an extra, since we were ordering that one anyway. I just grabbed an extra thing that I've been wanting, to save on the shipping. And that is the Arrow Films 4K release of King of New York. So, if you don't know this movie, it stars Christopher Walken. He is a criminal, crime lord, basically, who goes to prison, comes out of prison, he comes back to right some wrongs in New York. I don't want to get too much more into detail, but very good film. Haven't seen this film in years. The film is directed by Abel Ferrara. Also stars Wesley Snipes. Who else? Lawrence Fishburne is in it. So, it's a really good cast. Abel Ferrara film. Depending on how you feel about that, your attraction may vary, but I actually think it's a very good film. And this is a little more, again, we're into the black 4K cases, which I wish Arrow wouldn't bother. I kind of like their typical packaging. This feels more basic. Do get some artwork on the 4K. And if you didn't notice, this is a 4K only release. So if you don't have 4K capabilities, then you may want to think twice, unless you're just preparing for a future upgrade. There's a little booklet on the inside. This is not the perfect bound booklet type of thing that they do on their larger special editions, but it's okay. It's got some essays and write-ups on the film, and it does have pictures and all that. So, cool. And then there's just a little flyer in here for some stuff, for some other films. I really liked King of New York when I saw it. Again, that was years ago, but it stuck with me all this time, and something I've kind of just wanted to add to my collection. So I'm excited to do that in 4K. All right. So let's get into this guy. And we're in, finally. Finally we're in. That was quite the undertaking. Okay, I know what we have here. I'm really contradicting myself here because, again, I said I'm not a Steelbook collector, but guess what? I got two more. That tells me what the other one probably is, too. All right, get ready. Got the little Best Buy hold sticker there on this one, so let me just unpackage this and show it to you. But yeah, I mean, it's funny Does anybody else have this issue, like when Arrow or Shout Factory, when they do Steelbooks, I'm not a fan because I like especially Arrow, I like their traditional packaging. So I like it all to look, together on the shelf. So I avoid the Arrow Films, Arrow Video Steelbooks. I prefer either the standard editions or the special edition boxes. I just like the way those look on the shelf together. So the first one I got it's been out for a few weeks, and I just haven't gotten around to picking it up. And since I had to make an order for something else, I added 2 more things to that order. And this is Gattaca, the 4K Steelbook. There is the J-card, which we'll take off. I've seen more and more of you guys in your videos actually saving these J-cards. I just can't go that far. So there's the back with the J-card off. Let me get this digital code out and see what we have on the inside. There's the Blu-ray and the 4K. There's a little bit of artwork on these, which is cool. Let's see if there's anything behind. I hate these stacked discs. No, this is your basic Best Buy Steelbook. No artwork there. That's okay. It's okay. I honestly, okay. I honestly would have just bought this in a standard release too. Again, price dependent. But this is the only way I saw it. There may be a standard release of this. I just didn't see it. And again, since I was making another order, I just went ahead and added this to the list. So, and this one as well. Although this one I would have ordered separately. I really wanted this release too. But neither of these is the reason I made the Best Buy order to begin with. And this one is... Oh, bumped the mic there. Perfect. Last Action Hero, the Arnold Schwarzenegger film from the 90s, sort of spoofing his career in this movie. This is a spoof of action movies, everything taken over the top. It's not perfect. It's cheesy and kind of bad. But the things I love about it is the way that it does spoof action movies. There's some funny moments in it. The soundtrack is great. I don't know. I just have a good time with it. And it also has this little homage to going to the movies, which is something that's important to me that I love. So that is why I love this movie. Okay, let's take a look at the Steelbook. There's the back. Again, the front. Cool. I mean, this is just basically a riff on the original artwork. Now, I do believe within another week, maybe 2 weeks of the recording of this, there is a standard release of this coming out. So if you don't want the Steelbook, or maybe it'll be a little cheaper. I don't know. I just wanted to have it because when I saw it was coming out, I really wanted to watch it. So we've got the 4K and the Blu-ray. And we got an explosion on the inside. Very appropriate. Okay. If you've picked this up, let me know what the 4K looks like. Okay. Last package. And this package was actually the reason I made that Best Buy order. This is the other part of it. It just came separately. And that right there is scary. That it's torn like that. I hate these vacuum sealed boxes. They make a big mess when you open them. Alright. Yep, there it is. Let me get that out of the way. And it is the Super 8 Steelbook. Now, this particular movie, I'll take this wrapper off and maybe you'll get a better view of the inside, is out in a standard 4K edition, and I would have been fine with it. I think the packaging is ugly for it, but essentially I just wanted the movie. But this is another situation where my girlfriend really liked the Steelbook, wanted it, went after it in the store, and it sold out like that. I mean, it was gone. So I told her I would order online. I went and added it to my cart online on the Best Buy website. And I hesitated. I don't know. I was doing something else, and I went back to order it later, and it was gone. Sold out there, too. So I was like, well, I mean, if you want the movie, we just got to get the regular 4K. And then a couple of days later, it came back in stock online, and I swooped it up real quick. And since I was ordering this one, I just clicked buy on these other two that I also really wanted. All right, so there is the J card. Super 8 is J.J. Abrams directed, Steven Spielberg produced, story of a group of kids that are making their own movie. This is another film homage. Isn't that funny? And accidentally see a train crash. They just happen to be right place, right time. They see a train crash, and in one of those train cars was an alien. And so the story begins. Very fun. Again, J.J. Abrams directed. Very, very Steven Spielberg, 80s Steven Spielberg feeling. It's a fun movie. It's a nice, upbeat family kind of science fiction experience. It's really good. It's really good. So again, be aware, it is 4K only. So if you're trying to future-proof, you may want to buy the Blu-ray separate if you need it. And there's a little artwork on the inside. I think it's a fine steelbook. I mean, it looks okay. It looks good. This one actually looks better than like the Gattaca one, for example. At least this has interior artwork. I love this movie. So a nice haul. I'm going to have a great weekend of movie watching ahead. Let me just get everything over here so we can take a look at it all together. Let me know what you think of these pickups, you guys. I'm trying to bump the mic again. There they are. That's my latest pickups. Tell me if you got any of these, and if you've watched them, let me know what you think, especially if you've watched bonus features. Very curious to see what the bonus features are like on these films. Until next we meet, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with your friends and family, and remind them why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV. I'll see you guys on the next one.